and he'll put his pan away and he'll wash his dishes from his fatty eggs and bacon. Piglet, I live with a piglet. Half an hour extra every day. He leaves a trail of mess. I would never lose Lane because I would just look for the mess. There's Lane, there he is. If Lane was ever a serial killer, you would find him straight away. All you would have to look for is Skittles, Monster, bacon, a bacon pan somewhere laying around, butter spray. I think I see Lane out there, there's that mess. He always leaves a paper trail.
Never did I ever mean to make a mess. How I'm gonna get home is anybody's guess. Money where your mouth was, gonna wake up and dead, and my car ain't fixed yet. Oh no, no, no. Just clap your hands now. Just clap your hands now. Just clap your hands now.
Hey guys, my name's Holly Baxter. I'm an accredited practicing dietitian and online physique coach, and today I'm actually bringing you a recipe out of my brand new ebook. So if you haven't had a chance to purchase this yet, head over to my website. It's www.hbnutrition.com.au. This morning's recipe is going to be a chocolate brownie. Now, traditionally, brownie, we think sugar, we think fats, we think a lot of calories. This recipe is highly modified, but it still tastes amazing. In fact, it's a recipe that I should make more often. So I'm going to run through the ingredients with you and the substitutes that I like to use to make this much lower calorie. Alright, so I'm going to start off by peeling the sweet potato. So once that's done, I'm going to chop it into small pieces, and then I'm going to steam it in the microwave, or you can do this on the stovetop in a small saucepan. Just until it's soft all the way through. So I'm going to start by setting the oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. I've just diced up the sweet potato, so it is 300 grams. And I'm just going to put that into a microwave safe bowl, and I'm actually going to boil this. So now that I have put the sweet potato into the microwave, I'm going to work with the dry ingredients for this brownie. I'm going to be using Carb by Lane, his chocolate flavored protein powder. So this is going to help add volume to the chocolate brownie, but without adding a heap of additional carbohydrate. So I'm not substituting all of the regular flour for protein powder, just some. So I'm going to be using 60 grams. So next to the protein powder, I'm also going to add some extra cocoa. The chocolate protein powder will give a chocolate flavour, but it's not quite strong enough for the brownie. So I'm going to be adding in half a cup. Now, because I'm not using a lot of regular self-raising flour, which would usually be called for in a chocolate brownie, I am going to be using a little bit of baking powder just to help the slice expand. So in goes half a teaspoon. So instead of using regular self-raising flour for this brownie, I'm going to be using coconut flour or coconut meal. It's much lower in carbohydrate, but it just helps to add volume. Now, it does give off a little bit of a different flavour, but we're only using half a cup in this recipe. Notorious for using this in all of my cooking. To replace all of the sugar, I'm going to be using sucralose, or this powdered sweetener. Doesn't matter what you use, it can be any kind of plant-based or artificial sweetener, but I like the texture and the taste of this. Some of them give a bitter or really over-the-top sweetness, so I like this one for baking specifically. So in goes half a cup of stevia. So I'm just going to mix all those dry ingredients Alright, so I've just taken 80 grams of the I can't believe it's not butter. I'm gonna put that in with the dry ingredients. So I'm just gonna mix most of that through, and then we're gonna add in the sweet potato. So I'm just going to take the sweet potato and put that into the food processor and blend that until it becomes a puree, and then we're going to transfer it into the remaining dry ingredients. All of that sweet potato into the dry ingredients, and we're going to mix that through. So I have just had a small taste of this and it is perfect. But something I am doing a little differently to what my ebook calls for, it's adding in some pecans. So I'm going to put in about 1/4 cup of pecans to this recipe to make it more of a traditional chocolate brownie. So I'm just going to spray firstly a square container like this and over the top, so that it actually sticks to the bottom, and then I'm going to give it another quick spray so that the slice itself doesn't stick. So I'm just smoothing that over. I'm going to press it into the corners, and we're going to put that into the oven and bake it. So we're going to bake that for around 20 minutes. Wait for 20 minutes, and that is going to be one amazing chocolate brownie. This is the chocolate fudge brownie that I'm using from my recipe book. You can see here that the macronutrient profile for this brownie is amazing. It's only 9 grams of protein, 6 grams of fat, and only 12 grams of carbohydrate per serve. If you like this recipe, please like my page, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. This is a really low calorie chocolate brownie. I have added in some extra nuts today, so the macros for me are going to be a little higher in fats, but I have plenty to spare today and I'm going to enjoy this. I think that's enough from me. I'm going to slice this up, I'm going to share it with the boys. I'm sure they'll really enjoy this. Have a great day, and thank you very much for watching. Or 180 degrees Celsius, and how many grams something is. What is next? Next I'm going to enjoy this